Solar won't save me any money. The panels won't work when it's cloudy. Adding solar is going to ruin my roof. My HOA won't allow it. It's too hard to sell my house with solar on it. So these are the concerns and objections that we deal with every day. In today's video, we're going to break them down, show you what's true, show you what's not true, and how solar really actually works today. I'm Jordan Bastian. You're watching WattLab. Let's dive in. Myth number one, solar is too expensive and it's not going to save me any money. So we get this one a lot. Obviously, it's a big reason to go solar. And honestly, solar definitely isn't for every single home. There are some scenarios where the panels wouldn't produce enough energy to make it worth it. Whether it's you don't have enough roof space to fit the panels in the areas that get the most sunlight, or it's due to shade from trees, or there's too many obstructions on the roof. Or if you have a roof type that we don't install on, which is pretty rare. But you won't know for sure unless you actually take a good look at it. A good installer is going to take a look at your roof, your energy consumption, how many panels you need, and show you where they're going to go. They'll show you what percent of your power is going to come from the solar and what you'd still get from the utility and how much that would cost. If it doesn't make sense to you, you shouldn't do it. But over the past decade, the price of panels and batteries and other equipment for solar has consistently gone down. Sure, there's some years where the price has gone back up a little bit, but the truth is solar is more affordable today than it's ever been. And there are three main ways to pay for solar and a battery system. You can pay the system off up front, you can make payments to own the system, or you can make payments to pay for the power that's generated from the solar panels. If you pay the system off up front, you'll of course have no payment for the solar, and you'll have a minimal electric bill. And some months, when the energy consumption is low, you might even have a negative electric bill. Your savings over time, they're going to pay for the panels. And the payback period, of course, it depends what utility you have and what they charge, but it's usually around 7-8 years, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less. But that's assuming utility rates don't go up, so could be even less than what we project. But many homeowners, they don't want to pay it off up front. They don't have the money, or want to. You can just get solar installed without putting any money out of pocket. So what you used to be this huge upfront initial cost, now you get solar without having any upfront expense. Of course, you're not getting the panels for free, so don't believe any of those ads that you see on YouTube that tell you that. So this is the info that we always give here at Icon Power. I tell my customers, it has to make sense for us as a business. It has to make sense for you as a customer. But without putting any money out of pocket, you can make payments that go towards owning the system, and you get the tax credits. And the biggest credit, historically, has been from the federal government. You get a tax credit worth 30% of the total cost, but that's ending this year. So better act fast if you want that. The system has to be installed in 2025 in order for you to claim it. The best way of thinking of your payments, instead of paying the utility forever, you're paying off an asset that gives you a 25 plus years worth of power. But if you don't have the tax liability, how can you go solar without the federal tax credit starting next year? So the third option is called the purchase power agreement. There's still no upfront cost. You pay for the power produced from the panels, but either at the same or even a lower rate than what you're already paying your utility company. You don't own the panels, at least not initially. You can later on. A third party owns the panels. They would get the tax credit. And since they still get the tax credit in the coming years, it is not going to go away. The savings can be passed on to you. So in a way, you can still take advantage of the tax credits. You just wouldn't file it on your own taxes. You can lock in a rate for the energy generated from the panels for 25 years. So whether it's you or the next owner, you can get protected against the utility rising rates. With any of these options, the most important part when it comes to calculating your savings is making sure the solar is producing at the right time of day, especially in the utilities that have time of use rates. And as we mentioned before in past videos, add a battery to help power the home when the utility is expensive, but the solar can't cover all of your needs, like when the sun is setting. Myth number two, solar panels only work in perfect sunny weather. Solar panels generate energy from sunlight, not the heat. And peak production is between about 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. when the sun's at its highest point. If you can get sunburned when it's cloudy, then the solar can still produce when it's cloudy. Obviously, it's not going to be as much compared to no clouds at all. And it really just depends how cloudy it is. If it's raining with dark clouds, the panels aren't going to produce much of anything. So for example, in Germany, it's one of the world's leaders in solar. the climate's similar to what it's like in Michigan. They don't have a ton of sunlight, but if it could work in Germany, where they get far less sunlight than the Southwest, imagine how much better it's going to work somewhere like here. What about cold weather? Panels actually perform pretty well when it's cool, even better than if it's too hot, like if it's over 110 degrees out. What about snow? The snow on the panels melt and they slide right off much quicker than if you have a regular tile or shingle roof. During a snowstorm, they won't produce anything, but as the sun comes back out, the snow should melt off that day, maybe the next day. Have you heard of the albedo effect? So this actually refers to how reflected sunlight from the surrounding surface, like snow, can actually increase energy production from the panels. While the dark color of the panels themselves, they have a low albedo, which is ideal, so the panels can absorb the sunlight rather than reflecting it. But a high albedo from the surrounding area can increase the light available for the panels to absorb, especially with the bifacial panels that we use that can capture light reflected from both the front and the back. What about the heat like in places like Arizona? Yes, extreme heat temperatures can reduce efficiency just slightly. It's not a significance though. So, when we have 330 plus days of sun, the trade-off is pretty easy to overcome. Modern panels now, they're designed with air gaps to stay cool and keep producing, so it's not a big issue. And if you're worried about monsoon, dust storms, don't be. A little bit of rain doesn't hurt, and even a quick rinse brings the production right back. Myth number 3, solar panels require too much maintenance, or they'll damage my roof. The panels are actually tougher than your roof. We've seen homes with extreme storm damage where the only part left was the portion where the solar panels are. And the panels are built to handle really high winds, hail, and this surprises people because solar is actually one of the lowest maintenance systems that you can install on your home. The life expectancy is 30 years. So there's not a lot of moving parts. There's no belts, filters, or motors, just sunlight, energy out. Panels are built, though, to withstand decades of harsh weather, rain, hail, monsoon, you name it. And all the panels that we use, they come with a 25-year warranty and keep performing long after that. And they can get dirty, but when it rains, nature usually takes care of that. And if it gets a little bit dusty, it's okay to take a garden hose. That usually does the trick. And about your roof, properly installed solar doesn't damage it. Our installers, we use flashings and sealants to keep everything watertight. And in fact, panels actually can protect the roof beneath them from the sun and weather damage. So the area of your roof that has solar on it will actually last longer than the rest of your roof. And we always do an inspection though before to make sure there aren't any existing issues that the panels could make worse. If any work is needed to be done, like small fixes or even a complete roof replacement. Now, about solar system parts, the inverters, that's the part that converts the power from direct current to alternating current, DC and AC. So these inverters, they don't have as long a life expectancy as a solar, but they do have a warranty as well. They probably have to be replaced within about year 10. Myth number 4, will my HOA allow solar panels? We hear this one quite a bit too. And in most cases, it's just not the case that they'll restrict you. In Arizona and Texas, many other states have solar access laws that protect you. Nevada recently passed a law that make it mandatory to get HOA approval before installing the solar. We already need to submit a permit. We already have to submit an application to the utility, and we do this simultaneously. So submitting to the HOA, really not a big deal. Even if it's not required, it's still a good idea at least to submit the layout of the panels and the plans to the HOA. They can make suggestions for aesthetics and preferences, like keeping the wires tidy or using all black panels, but they can't stop you from installing. They do like it when we can hide the conduit running from the panels to your main electric box, or paint the conduit to match the color of the side of your roof. We're not great at picking out paint color, so as long as you buy the paint, or it's just something small, a sample size at Home Depot, our crew will paint the conduit while they're there. When HOAs do push back, it's good to have an installer who's well-versed in the laws regarding home solar and HOAs. In Arizona, for example, the state law, ARS 33, specifically protects your right to go solar. So your HOA can only make reasonable requests that don't increase your cost and don't reduce the system performance. But honestly, most HOAs are coming around. When neighbors start saving money by using the sun and home values rise, it's really hard to argue against solar. What used to be a fight against the board of the HOA, now it's simple architectural form submittal and submit the panel layout, which is what we provide. Myth number 5, will solar hurt my home's resale value? In most cases, it's actually the opposite. Homes with own solar systems tend to sell faster and for more money. Research from Zillow and Berkeley Lab shows homes with solar sell about 4% more on average, and that's nationwide. So that's roughly $10,000 to $20,000 added value depending on what market you live in. In states like Arizona, that premium could even be higher. But of course, it depends on how many batteries you have, how many panels you have. But buyers know they'll inherit a low energy bill. And in today's world of rising electric costs, that's a big deal. It's a big selling point. So with systems that still have payments, the next owner, they get to pick up where you left off. They would have to get approved with a credit score, but they don't have to get their own financing for it. And if they qualify to buy the house, they should easily qualify to take over the solar payments. In our opinion, it's an even bigger no-brainer for the next owner. Because who knows what rates will be in the future, and they get to take over the fixed rate that you got locked in when you signed up for solar. And if you're worried about the looks, don't be. Today's all-black, low-profile panels actually enhance the curb appeal. It gives your home a really clean, modern look. So there you have it. 5 of the biggest solar myths busted. Solar isn't too expensive. It works in all kinds of weather. It is pretty low maintenance. It is HOA friendly, and it does add value to your home. Here in the Southwest, with a lot of sunshine and climbing rates, solar isn't just a good idea. It's one of the smartest energy choices that you can make right now. So if you're curious what solar could look like for your home, check out iconpower.com, get a rough draft design of what solar could look like on your roof, and see what would make sense to you.